Tamara Larson for recommending our guest speaker tonight, Miss Ellie Wang. Originally from Taipei, Ellie came to Edmonton as a Rotary Exchange student. Her presentation will highlight how her exchange student experience influenced her education goals and her career path. We hope also that Ellie will consider joining the new E-Satellite Club, as her energy and enthusiasm would be most appreciated. I think you will love her story. Please welcome Ellie.
Hey everyone. I'm just gonna share my screen.
Can she?
But I'm disabled.
I'll make sure you can hear. I'll just check. Yeah, you should be able to. I've enabled it.
Oh, got it now.
Okay, good.
So made a little present. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So I'm from Taipei, Taiwan, and I came to Edmonton in 2012 and 13. So my journey with Rotary, like my family, my parents are not Rotarians. I learned the program through the school, and my mom was a teacher, so she taught many exchange students. And I thought, oh, maybe I should apply. So in 2012 and 13, I came to Westlock, which is a big culture shock for me because 5,000 people, and I'm from the big city, so I was like, well, there's no bus, and there's no bus in town, so I took the yellow bus from the farm. So that was very interesting, and I love all my host family just because I came back because even like it's such a small town, but the energy, and then they took me as a daughter. I still have my rooms in their houses, and I went back for Thanksgiving and Christmas, so that was amazing. And my other journey is before I came to Westlock, I chartered the Interact Club in my own high school in Taiwan. And when I was here, I also chartered a Westlock Interact Club. But that was only a year, and I had to go back to Taiwan to finish my 3 years high school. And after I graduated from high school, I thought, oh, I'm gonna apply for university abroad. So I applied for U of A, University of Alberta in Edmonton, and Calgary, Hawaii, and New York. And I got into Hawaii with full scholarship, and Edmonton half scholarship. And I thought, oh my God, like, which am I gonna choose, Hawaii or Edmonton? And I chose Edmonton because I miss my host family so bad. And I thought, well, I can always go to visit Hawaii. And in the winter, I do regret time to time, like -40, it's a little bit too cold. So, but it has been awesome. I came back here because I know I'll have their support. And when I need something, I always have somebody to reach out. So that's the reason why I came here. And then I graduated from U of A just 3 months ago in June. And I'm staying here. And I'm applying for my permanent residency, and I got a job with Scotia McLeod in Edmonton. So it's working out great, and that exchange year changed my life. And I joined the U Alberta Rotary Club during the first 2 years in university, and I was also the first dual membership with a Rotarector, a White Af Rotary Club member. So last year, when I was traveling, I took a 4 months traveling around Europe and Asia. And there's this group on Facebook. It's called Rotarector Couch Surfer. So only people who is in Rotary or Rotarector or Interactor can be in that group. And in every city, if I'm traveling to a new foreign city, I can just post on that Facebook chat and ask, hey, I'm in the city, is any Rotarector would like to meet up? So I was in San Francisco, Portugal, Greece, and London. The response has been great, and I just love to connect with it has been very cool. I got invited to meetings and got to know many people that I didn't even know. Oh, that's just a fun picture of me when I went back to high school in Taiwan after my exchange. So you can see like people sit on the floor with uniforms, and I went to like a girls' high school. So that was a big culture shock for me. Like here, everything is so free. Back home, it's quite a big difference. And that was my year. Our year, we went to Yellowknife, we had ski trip, and the district has 3 major trips and has 22 foreign exchange students, if I remember correctly. And that's the Rotary that I mentioned, the couch surfing thing. So in every city, I met different group, either they are Rotarian, either they are Interactor or Rotaractor. And when I was in Paris, some exchange student from my year that we met in Edmonton, we went traveling to Europe together. And next page, home. I call Edmonton my home now, since I've been here for 4 years. And that because my parents couldn't make it to my graduation this year because COVID. So all my host family came out and threw me a graduation party. That was really sweet of them. And I still connect with them daily. Like I would call them, ask them how they're doing. And I'm moving with my boyfriend, which we met through a Rotary member. And he's from Brazil, to his house, and we got a dog. So I just want to share like my life wouldn't be what it is right now, and I'm really happy with it. If I didn't sign myself up for that Rotary Exchange, I would have still been in Taiwan. I would not travel around the world, and I would not have like 6 moms and 6 dads. My boyfriend was super worried. He was like, I have to meet 6 moms and 6 dads to date you? And I said, yeah, unfortunately. So yeah, and my goal now is I am trying to reconnect with Rotary clubs because I want to become one of the host family. And one day I would like to become like a youth exchange counselor, like how my host parents, they help me. I would like to do that one day for some future kids. Yeah, so that's it. Thank you.
Well, that's awesome, Ellie. Very enthusiastic. So I think what we'll do now is open the floor up because I know we all have lots of questions. So I guess I'll start off with the question. It was the White Avenue Rotary Club that you began this journey with? Is that who your exchange? Okay.
No, so when I was in
Westlock, okay. White Avenue was for the Rotaract, is that right?
Rotary. So because I'm in Edmonton for school, so I could join somewhere near school.
Oh, okay. I didn't quite catch that. So thank you. Anybody else like to ask a question or make a comment?
Hello. Ellie, great presentation there. One of the problems that is facing Rotary is our membership is falling. And in particular, we don't seem to be attracting our new generation, you folks, into Rotary. Do you have any suggestions as to how people such as yourself can become more involved in Rotary, whether it's through Rotaract, starting up a Rotaract club, or again, carrying on in Rotary?
Yeah, so what I have seen in the past is I think there's a gap between the Rotaract clubs and Rotary, like the younger clubs. So if there's like a bridging program from Rotary, so from White Up Club, my previous club, they always have monthly or every quarter, they will have the U Alberta University Rotary Club to join the White Avenue Rotary Club. So that way they know each other, and then there is an entrance of the younger people from university. They know there is an opportunity in Rotary, and so they take on more younger projects and see where their interest is, and then they can join after.
Thank you.
Okay. Judy.
Did you join the White Avenue Club then?
Yeah, for 2 years.
And did you leave it?
I did because I was working and I was in school full time, so I couldn't make it to meeting often. So I decided to leave when I was in school, and now I'm done school, so I want to come back.
All right, were you thinking of going back to that club, or are you looking for a different opportunity now?
I'm all open to like all the options. So that's why I talked to Tamara Lawson from White Ave Club, and then she introduced me to other clubs. Reason why I'm interested in E-Club is because my work, like sometimes I need to go out to meet clients, so I cannot attend the meeting as some club, like they really are strict with the attendance. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Okay, good. Somebody else had their hand up, I thought.
Did this not get recorded?
Okay. Yes, did somebody else want to ask a question or make a comment?
I couldn't put my hand up because I have a glass of wine in my hand.
Oh. Ellie?
Yeah, you know, Ellie, from one Ellie to the other. You know, I think with the plans that we are considering of having Young Leaders Satellite Club, I think you would be the perfect person to be part of that, you know, with your schedule, because our expectations are very limited. And
Loose, not limited, loose. Loose.
Yeah, I like loose, thank you. And, you know, it would be great to have young people like yourself, young professionals, to be part of that, and having people from all over the world connecting with each other. And I have an idea. I have a feeling that you probably have a lot of other people that may be interested, that you know a lot of people, because from your presentation, I heard that you connected with people from all over the world. So I think that would be great.
Thank you.
Vicki.
Hi, Ellie. That was a wonderful talk, and it was so much fun to hear about your exciting adventure starting with Rotary. Here in Guatemala, we just started a Rotary Interact group with students involved in our organization. And so we're working on ideas of activities and speakers, and I wondered if I could convince you to speak one day over Zoom, like a group. And
Yes,
if you say yes,
Yeah.
Tammy can send me your contact information.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that'd be awesome.
Great. Thank you.
Ellie, again, you mentioned Rotaract couch surfers. I'm familiar with couch surfing. My son met his wife through couch surfing. They were both hosts here in Sudbury, Ontario. But I'm not familiar with Rotaract couch surfing. Is this something that's just started up, or can you explain that?
They haven't been for years, and because it's a closed Facebook group, so like somebody in that group have to add you, then you can be in. Because I was invited by another Rotaractor, then that's how I knew it. Because they want to be like not inclusive. They want to protect the Rotary people. So like other like couch surfing, like a random couch surfing app, you don't know, if this person is safe, or if it's safe to go hang out with a random guy. So, but in the Rotary group, it's very secure. So, because people, at least there's like a mutual connection in there.
Thank you.
Very good. And go ahead, Doug, you're on mute.
Ellie, is Doug. Just further with the couch surfing, how many members would be involved in that? And are there people all over, like many cities, or is it quite?
There's probably like a good 1,000 or 2,000 member there.
Oh,
And it's all over the world.
nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
I love that, being a couch surfer myself. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just for your knowledge, Ellie, Doug is a charter member of this club, and he and his wife travel around the world. They do house sitting, so they love being a part of our club because of the ability to attend meetings wherever they are. So yeah, it's pretty cool. He's our nomad in the club.
we're nomads. Yeah, we don't
Yeah,
have a home.
you're the nomad, yes.
Full-time homeless.
Right, yeah. I'm going to ask Ellie Contreras just to maybe just give a very quick overview of how this all started with the eSatellite Club, because this was Ellie's idea initially, and the membership committee and youth committee got together and fleshed this out. So we're just in the beginning stages, but Ellie, maybe just give us a very brief overview.
Wow. I think a brief overview. For me. Membership development has always been my forte. I started in my club as membership chair, and then I was district and then zone. And I'm always looking for ways to see how we can increase membership. And we've tried various things to bring younger people into our club. And I actually am the founder of the e-club. So, on my beach walks or trail walks, that's when the brain really started going. And I thought, we all know youth exchange students that have a connection with Rotary, and they're all over the world. Wouldn't it be great if we could have them kind of as part of our club, as a satellite club, but do their own thing together all over the world, connecting. And I know how the younger people would like to connect together, they're everywhere. And Ramiro and I have hosted probably half a dozen of students, and the other half were in each other's clubs, right? So we started basically with the connections, and the response has been very interesting. So we want to make this official and see if we can get a group of people together that are interested in doing this. And young leaders, we can learn from you, the younger generation. And I'm sure that the younger generation can learn something, maybe not computer technology, but something from us. And I'm hoping that we can connect and make this happen.
Work together.
And work all together. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So the first person, I just want to add to this, the first person I connected was one of our favorite Rotary students from Brazil. In fact, my husband and I went down to Brazil to see her graduate as a lawyer. And we traveled with her and her mom for 2 weeks around Brazil before we left them. But I had barely just outlined this idea, and she immediately said, I'm in. Immediately, she goes, I'm in. So I'm very excited that she's going to be involved. And a few of the other people that I've contacted as well said, we're in. So they're very excited to reconnect and also to meet other young professionals from around the world. And one's a PR manager, and I mean, they're quite interesting people. Very interesting.
Sharon, your Brazil student, where in Brazil is she?
Sao Paulo.
And I have a Brazil student also in Sao Paulo who's a lawyer.
Oh my goodness, they might even know each other.
See the magic of Rotary.
She's been back twice to visit us.
Exactly. Wow.
So Fabi is her, we call her Fabi, and when she was our student for my Riverview Rotary Club, we called her Fabulous Fabi.
Well,
we visited her when we went to the Bangkok convention. No, that was Bangkok. I'm sorry, the Sao Paulo convention, and we went and had an evening with her and her parents. So I'm sure she would also be interested.
Good.
I'm very interested the connections that Rotary students made. When you talked to Ellie about connecting with the Rotaractors on your travels, well, this young lady went to study French in Paris for a year, and she connected with one of the other Rotary students who was here in Chilliwack who lives in Italy, and they spent Christmas and New Year's together in Paris. So that was really cool, a really cool story. So.
Does anybody else in our group, have any of the rest of you hosted Rotary Exchange Students? Richard, you have? Anyone else? No. And Kit and Dieter as well? Very good. Sounds like a very awesome experience. We've never done that yet, but definitely down the road sometime when things get back on track.
Well, the exchange students are always so fascinating. I always love meeting with them and talking with them.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so maybe we'll just spend a few minutes talking about membership. We're whizzing through here, and if anybody, I could read a couple of the membership moments, but I'd like to save them for the website because people were very good to send in. A lot of people sent pictures with their stories, and it just always amazes me about wherever you go, you experience something through Rotary. So I'll just open the floor up if anybody wants to talk about membership in general. And I should ask Sharon to introduce, she's expanded the membership committee. This is her first
Yes.
year. Maybe introduce the other people that are involved.
All right, so on our membership committee now, I'm taking over, of course, from Ellie, and she's kindly agreed to stay on and been a huge help. Tammy is on the membership committee, Dave Werrett, Doug, and our newest member, Andrea. And I think she's hoping to get to know all of you with her role in the membership committee. So we're going to have actually a formal meeting in the next couple of weeks and see where we go with our membership. Very exciting.
Good stuff. Anyone have some comments about membership or would like to share some thoughts about membership?
Yeah, Tammy, it's Doug.
Yes.
I just contacted Sharon because I wanted to get back involved in membership a little bit, but it's just, it's been kind of ruminating that with the times we're in and you know, clubs not meeting, we're such a wonderful conduit for Rotary, and we have such an opportunity to present to Rotarians.
Yes.
You know, we're veterans of this. I mean, we know how to do, you know, e-club meetings better than anybody, you know, as well as anybody.
Yes.
And it just seems to me there's so many opportunities for us to, you know, reach out to Rotarians that aren't going to meetings and can't go to meetings, and it's just, you know, I like to hear how other people. How can we do that? You know, like it's nice that since COVID, I mean, certainly our attendance has been way up. You know, we're seeing lots of people dialing in, and there's been interest. But yeah, we should. It just seems like such an opportunity for us to really reach out.
I think the weather and vacation periods are affecting our attendance right now because I had a bunch of emails today from people who really wanted to be here, but you know, there's just there's a lot going on. It's summer and we're all trying to get in the last few dog days of summer. So, and the heat today probably in Alberta and the West is probably not helping, but
it just seems like now more than ever we should be getting the word out about our club, you know.
Yes, exactly.
And make it, you know, show people how easy it is to meet Rotarians online.
Absolutely, yes.
I think.
And we're going to be doing that, Doug, at the Rotary District Conference on September 12th because we at the House of Friendship, and you know, people will be visiting that booth because it's the sample booth when the clubs want to register. They press the sample to see what ours is about. Yes. So I think we're going to get lots of exposure.
Yeah, great opportunity, huh, Judy? Yeah, and we just have to really optimize those. You know, just to reach out to Rotarians that are kind of, you know.
So maybe we'll ask Joanne and Richard, who are both from other clubs, how you focus on membership, or if you have committees that work on membership, or things maybe that you've tried that have worked for you. It's always good to share success stories.
I'm not on our membership, but I'm part of our fellowship. And we are now just starting to have interactions live, keeping our 2 meters apart. So tomorrow night we're having a picnic in Rotary Park.
Oh, nice.
And people will bring their own dinners and sit on their own blankets, strategically placed 2 meters apart.
Yeah.
And what I've been doing is I'm on a small little lake and have a big dock though. And so I've got some more tables from Kijiji and inviting people over for dinner. And again, 2 meters apart with families at their own table. And so again, you get the fellowship. And this past weekend, I participated in a 100-mile bicycle ride through the Rotary Fellowship of Cycling to Serve. So again, I think if you make Rotary fun, then people will come out and enjoy it.
Yeah.
But I think, as Doug was saying, this is an opportune time to be bringing in experts as speakers because from around the world, because you can all do it on the internet. And I know several of the other e-clubs are bringing in the head honchos of Rotary and getting them to speak. I know Judy Brown there will be listening to St. Petersburg tomorrow to Peter Kyle, who's been at the United Nations for many years and is speaking in St. Petersburg, but we can attend that as well. So
I didn't even hear about that.
Oh, well, that's again through the, I think, the Intercountry Committee.
I never heard of it. So how do you find out about those things?
Well, yeah, I guess you're trying to be connected with, keep going to all these different meetings, the Intercountry Committee, and that's with Sharon Tennyson. But I'll send you the link, Judy.
Okay, great, thanks.
Very good. Joanne, would you like to make any comments?
Sure. I'm not on our membership committee. We do have one. Yeah. We're a very tiny club. We only have, we just grew from 10 to 11 members this summer.
Nice.
So our focus has been on membership. And of course, with COVID, now we are one of those clubs looking for ideas on how we can attract membership, even though we can't actually meet in person. So we're still working on it.
Yeah.
So, Richard and Joanne, do your clubs meet online? Have they met online during COVID?
Yeah.
Yes, and we started to, but we started too late. Like we didn't start meeting again until April. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to have to leave this meeting about 5 to 10 minutes early because our Zoom meeting is tonight, and it's a business meeting.
Good.
And ours have been meeting on Zoom for all along.
Yes.
So one of the fun things, we have a new president this year, and he's young and really energetic. He came up with a Rotary bingo card.
Oh, okay.
And he put a challenge out to us. We each have our own card, and we have all kinds of service ideas and whatnot that he's put on it. And so we're seeing who gets the first line and then who gets the card filled. Good. And his challenge is first line person, he will donate $100 of his own money to the Rotary Foundation in our name.
Nice.
And $500 to the Rotary Foundation for the first member to fill the card. So that's kind of a fun thing to be doing. And I know some of our new members think it's wild, and so do I as an older member. Yeah. And yeah, so that's a fun activity we're, good. Hoping to use to draw members.
That's great. Very good. Any other comments?
I'll just something that Doug had said earlier about the benefits of an e-club, that you can do anything. My job for so many years, I was the designated traveler for the Yukon government, it would seem. took me to a lot of places, but never at a time that I could attend a Rotary meeting. So, you know, when this came up, but to show the power of that, we have to remind our visitors and those who haven't attended the Thursday morning coffee chats. And we had, if anyone was there, this would be many months ago, a guy popped in, all dressed in white and sitting cross-legged, and as it turned out, on sand. And by the time we went around to get him to introduce himself, he was in central Iraq in a tent.
Yeah.
So that gives you the idea of the power of where you can reach in this.
Yeah.
Kind of like almost a year ago, walking through our back fields.
Yeah.
And with my wife and the dogs. And my wife is on her phone with South Korea, and I'm on my cell phone with New Delhi, India. Imagine this 10 years ago, guys.
Well, we do have plans this year to do a lot more promotion of our club and focusing on where you want and when you want to do the meeting, so you don't need to be. It's just another Rotary experience that people seem to enjoy, and we've certainly found a way to stay connected and have fun at the same time. Our coffee chats are pretty lively, and we talk about everything besides Rotary, but it's a good way to get to know us all as individuals. Exactly. Yeah. Thanks for bringing that up, Jim. Anyone else? Jean, you're quiet tonight. Do you have anything to share with us? Oh, that's good. Ellie Wang, did you have anything you wanted to ask any of us? We've been around for a while, most of us.
I don't have a question on top of my head right now.
No problem. Yes, that's okay.
I really enjoyed the meeting though. It's really fun.
Yes, no, we believe we're a fun group of people, so that's what counts, I guess.
I have a question for Ellie.
Go for it,
Wang. You said your boyfriend is from Brazil?
Yes.
So was he an exchange student in this district?
No, so my girlfriend is a Rotary member of the White Art Club. So we know each other from Rotary, me and my girlfriend. And she phoned me one night, said, hey, there's a couch surfing party tonight. Do you want to come hang out? And I said, sure. And that's how I met my boyfriend.
That's pretty cool. Oh, that's good. And I should point out to our couple of guests tonight too that our club not only is Doug of Nomad, but we have several people who live in other countries for part of the year or full-time like Vicky, but that's the cool part about this as well. So some of our folks, Kitty goes to Anguilla in the wintertime, and Ellie, Romero, Judy go to Mexico, and who else? Somebody else goes somewhere.
And Janet goes to Cuba.
Yeah, in Cuba. So yeah, we all like to move around, and that is the advantage. I know from personal experience when I had a job where I was traveling constantly, it wasn't possible to attend meetings in a Terra Club either. So this was a great alternative, and I really enjoy this club. It's a different experience.
It is awesome because I was kind of worried. I was, oh my God, because I'm on a road trip right now.
Yes.
So I'm in Kelowna, and I'm going. Yes. I'm in the Rocky Mountain back and forth. Oh, this is awesome. I can go back to my hotel and then, yeah,
absolutely. Yes, well.
Yeah, Ellie, the other component of our club, although we are focused online, many of us have met, because we make an effort, when we're within 100 miles of each other, we're connecting. I mean, more than half the people on this screen I've met in person.
That's awesome.
And vice versa. There's all these personal, real-time connections.
Yeah. My induction was in the backyard in Surrey, and Peter and Eliana came up, and Ellie and Ramirez, and got to meet a lot of people. Yeah, we refer to them, Ellie, as pods.
That's right. That's right.
That was the same for me when Ellie and Jim and Jean-Michel came to Guatemala in January. it felt like internet dating where you meet somebody on the internet and you get
It
to know
does.
them
It does.
face to face, and all of a sudden you see them face to face, and it's like, oh, there's the real person. And
Yeah.
I remember thinking, when I met Jean-Michel, I didn't realize he was so tall because he's always sitting in front of the computer. And then
Well, when we went,
before that, I met Doug in Nicaragua, and we had planned to meet up.
Yeah.
But we were both a little bit early, and we're
That's
walking
right.
through this park going in opposite
That's
directions, and then we both stopped 10 feet from each other and say, "Are you?" And then we met up.
That's right. Exactly right. In Guatemala.
Yeah.
No, in Nicaragua.
Nicaragua.
Granada.
when I attended the district conference last year, a delightful couple came in and started commenting on my license plate. And we chatted for what, probably 5 or 10 minutes. And suddenly Judy turns around and says, "You're in my club." We never met face to face.
That's hilarious.
There's Ileana joining us from the Dominican Republic. Ileana's
Oh, hi,
an
Ileana.
honorary member.
Oh, hi.
Hi, Ileana. Very good. Nice of you.
Just talking about you.
Andrea, this is your first time involved with Rotary in general. So how does it make you feel to hear all these connecting stories and all the crazy connections a lot of us have?
Well, it's great. And, you know, even when I was in Guatemala in January, I think I met Ellie for the first time in Ramiro, and Nosberto, who's, his club is Guatemala North, right, Vicki?
Right.
Yeah.
And several other Rotarians, some from Nanaimo, I think.
Okay, yeah.
And,
Yeah,
and Jim, I met you, Jim, right?
Yes, and Heather and Nikki from UK.
Right, yeah. And that was all in with like a week or two.
Yes.
So
And we met the group of Rotarians from Florida down at Lake Atitlan and had dinner with them.
yeah,
All right.
yeah, it was quite a feast of Rotarians.
Wow.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
how could you not join after that?
It was really neat. It was really neat. And then Doug, this is so neat to know that Doug, you're from Niagara Falls, right?
Same town, yep.
And I'm from St. Catharines. So
I know.
my husband was born and raised in this region, and I asked him if he knew your name, and he thinks maybe, you know, because Chisholm has been around forever in Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
So you'll have to meet him at some point. But it really is a small world.
Very small world, especially
Really
in Rotary. Yeah.
For sure. And now we're so excited about Guatemala, like Vicki mentioned, having the Interact group start now.
Yes. Yeah, no, it's pretty exciting.
You know, Vicki said it was kind of like internet dating, but the amazing thing is, like, so we have these connections online and we know each other for several years. And then when you actually see each other walking across the park in Granada, Nicaragua, it's such a strong connection. Like you're friends on a different level.
That's right.
And then it becomes just the connection. Like internet connections are quite profound. It's just a different way of friendship. You know, but you get used to it. You know, and it's really, it can be really deep. It's wonderful.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and I'm sure Ellie knows exactly what we're talking about, right, Ellie?
Yeah, and you know, I'm just thinking of I'm going through our entire membership list, and we have met every single active member, but we have not met Kitty in person, or Kit and Angel in Madrid.
I've met Jim,
So we haven't met
Jim Ferguson,
Oh, that's right, you did. Yeah.
and I met Peter.
at the
I met
convention.
Peter in person too.
But
Yeah.
other than that, we've met every single member. And you know, we make an effort to meet Rotarians. Our
Yeah.
plan this morning was after we left Alert Bay, where we were hosted by Tammy's daughter, Trish. And boy, you know, they say it always rains there. We had 3 beautiful hot days. It was amazing. We went whale watching, and it just was wonderful. If you've never been to Alert Bay, it's a must.
Go.
But
Yeah.
I had connected with the people from Port McNeill because I heard that they have a beautiful Rotary trail.
They do.
But when we come off the island, we'll do a hike there. But it was pouring rain this morning,
Oh,
so that was canceled. But
bad.
I'm sure we'll be back. But the moment we kept going further south, and we went to Sayward,
Yes.
beautiful community.
Yes, it
and
is.
then Campbell River.
Yeah.
And also beautiful weather, and it's beautiful weather again here.
Yeah.
So
well, Trish said she came home for dinner. She texted me just when we started, and she said there's no dinner being served tonight. Ellie
I
cooked
cook
for
supper every night. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. Okay, well, I think we're getting towards upwards towards 7 o'clock. If anyone has any other.
Richard has got his hand up.
Oh, sorry, Richard, I didn't see it. Go ahead.
No problem. Just mention a couple of other Rotary ways of meeting people. One is doing volunteer work, and I've done volunteer work in Nicaragua. Another is doing it with Rotary projects, and our club in Sudbury is hosting Guatemala literacy project. And
nice.
So if this COVID thing opens up again, then I would hope to possibly go to Guatemala next year to see that literacy project in action down there. So again, that's another area.
Well, that's awesome.
And then
Go see Vicky.
mentioned,
You have to make sure to come and see me.
Yeah.
Go see Vicky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that would be great.
I'm going, very good. I'm going to ask David Ware, our past president, to say a few words.
Well, before I do the vote of thanks, I got a little anecdote. I'm a member of the International Caravanning Fellowship of Rotarians, and we were doing a tour in South Africa 4 or 5 years ago. And in Cape Town, there's a penguin colony there, so we've been down to see that. We were walking backwards into the town. There was about 10 of us, and there were some people going the other way, and somehow or other, someone said, they're Rotarians, and someone must have seen a pin or badge.
Yeah.
Started talking to them, and the one of the Rotarians in there, they're from the US, and he was going to be the RI representative to come to Alberta as the RI rep for the next conference here.
World. Very good.
And the coincidence been around the world. and at the conference, he thanked the district governor at that time for sending his ambassador all the way to us, to Africa, to meet him in advance.
My goodness.
So the coincidence of Rotarians around the world.
Absolutely.
But now my duty bit. Ellie, on behalf of the club, I'd like to thank you for your excellent presentation this evening and your description of how the Rotary Youth Exchange Program changed your life. You have such a positive outlook that I'm sure you charmed the many people you came into contact with along your journey. The Rotarians in the host clubs, and particularly the host families, and the communities you lived in will all have benefited by your presence. The Youth Exchange Program, which was started in France by the Rotary Club of Nice in 1927, has benefited so many young people over the years and enhanced international understanding and goodwill. And you're an example of being an outstanding ambassador for your country.
Very much so.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And like you, you may be able to see some of the banners over my shoulder here. We love traveling and have been into Rotary clubs in Europe and Australia and New Zealand, besides Canada. Oh, and Jim remembers the North Pole, Alaska Rotary Club.
That's good, yeah.
Thank you again for taking the time to talk to our club, and we wish you well as you take up your new position with Scotia McLeod. Thanks, Ellie.
Thank you.
I hope to hear from you again.
Yes, absolutely. Well, thank you everyone for joining us once again, and we hope to see you in September. Everybody hopefully will be back on a regular routine. So we meet the third Tuesday of every month, and we'll definitely send out notices. And please join us any Thursday morning. Bring your coffee. You can have your pajamas on. We don't care. And as long as you're wearing clothes, that's the only requirement. So 8 o'clock
No
now.
fun, no fun.
Exactly. All right, take care, everybody.
Before,
Wonderful.
oh,
Thanks.
before everybody goes, I just want to put in a plug for the district conference.
Yes.
So everybody, please register. It's free, but you have to register for the district conference on September 12th.
Yeah.
So just go to the Rotary District website and register.
And Judy, you mentioned we're having international speakers, London and Sydney, Australia.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Totally.
just register and please tune in.
That's right. Thank you, Judy. Judy, did you want to just wait for a minute then?
Yeah.
We'll quickly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and I will call you, Judy. I will call you. Maybe you should call me, Judy.
Good night, everybody.
Okay, bye, Sharon. Thank you. Bye, Dieter. And Kit.
Bye, Tammy. Thank
Diana,
you.
Thanks for joining.
Hi, Ellie.
Hey.
Judy, maybe you should call me if you're going to be talking to Tammy. Oh, Judy?
Did you want to just stay with us for a minute?
Just stay on.
I'm supposed to talk.
Ellie, because you're involved in this too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is part of you. You just stay put.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. So we're just talking about the district conference and our booths and everything. So I was saying that our Recco booth, we've got that wonderful video that Tammy did, which is great. The write-up that is on there, I looked at it, it needs some revision because Bryce just took what was on our Recco website, but it needs a little bit of revision because it's a little bit wordy. So what I was thinking is that I just have to find my notes here. Just a sec. That we should have a couple of 3 projects a page that says the projects that the Recco Club is involved in, one being Project Amigo, one being the Guatemala project, and one being the library.
Yeah.
But I think what we should put on that is just, like, for instance, Project Amigo. We're involved in Project Amigo because 2 of our members are very